guys, what's up? It's Laura from Laura Marie Plans, and in today's video, I am going to be journaling the last part of January with you guys. It is now currently February when I'm filming this, and I was just waiting for a few more stickers to come in for my Bujo for the month. Of course, there's a sticker stuck here. So I got that in and my January Bujo is done, and I'm really excited because it's my first completed month in my Bujo since starting up again. I did used to Bujo for literally a season, and then it got way too much work because I hate drawing. So just a recap and some things I added some of these stickers from SPC. It says coming soon, new me, healing in progress. I don't care how you were raised, unlearn that shit and meet me at the Pink Pony Club. I love that song. And then I did add this kind of page here with a picture of me and some of these fuzzy hippo stickers that I got from Pipsticks, I think. And then I got these new ransom letter stickers, which you guys will see throughout. And so I just put Laura's Bujo. And then I think everything else here is the same. I obviously filled out some of my... I still need to put a favorite for January, but January was such a terrible month. I didn't really watch anything new. And yeah, I did fill out my everyday trackers here, as you guys can tell. Sorry, that is Jake's computer. And then I was going to cross off some things from this bingo board because I know I did one thing at least. But just looking at this, I did read a book. I finished Iron Flame this month. And last year, all I read was Fourth Wing, so I'll take a win when I can get it. I do have Onyx Storm. Jake's probably going to read it first, but we haven't read it yet. We did technically go to a sporting event, too, because we went to a Maryland basketball game, so I can cross that out. We've definitely tried a new restaurant as well. So we can cross that out. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So I crossed 3 things out for January, which is pretty good. I have my highlights here, which I don't really know what I'm going to put there yet. And then I did fill out some of this Tetris Adulteress thing already. And then this was my January monthly that I did with you guys last video with the snowflakes and some sparkly hollow. So I have my important dates, my to-dos, my next month, my to buy, my goals, my to watch, and my tasks. And then I just colored in some important dates of January. And then I did do this monthly in my last video as well. Oh, there's just like stickers everywhere, I swear. So this is just my monthly overview of just some things that I was expecting for the upcoming month. And then I used some Pixie Hollow stickers from Planet Hannah. All the stickers in these videos are mainly SPC. If they're the matte stickers, they're all SPC. If they're foily, they're Planet Hannah. I do have a code at Hannah Shop. You can use Laura15 to save 15% off and get my freebie, or you can just mention Laura in the notes and you'll get my freebie. This is my current freebie. And then I do have some of these clear stickers as well here that are not foiled, but they're colored, and those are from Amazon. I don't really think I have anything else, but mostly SPC and Planet Hannah. So this was my first January spread. I didn't really know what I wanted to do here, so I ended up just writing what I write my plans on here. I don't know. I might change it later, but so far it's just like a pen kind of spread and just like writing down what I did each day. I was thinking about doing something more functionally and doing like a checklist, but I just haven't gotten to that. So yeah, this is kind of what I have done so far because I was kind of back planning for a lot of January because I was waiting for stickers and I kind of started up late. But yeah, I think that is the first part of my video. So in this next part here, I'm just going to go through with you guys and do my other spreads. So I think I didn't do this in my last one, but I might have, but I did do an Iron Flame read through, January highlights, a January spread, another highlights, and another spread, and like a Lunar New Year spread, and then more highlights. So I'm kind of just figuring out what I want to do. So it's kind of random, but I hope you guys enjoy this little Bujo with me, and I will see you at the end for a flip through of my Bujo in January. Alrighty guys, so this is voiceover Laura. This is like literally about 2 hours of footage here that I sped up, and I'm going to be voiceovering because I really, if you can't tell, don't know what I'm doing half the time when I do this. So I just hit record and then just figure it out. But to talk through it and act like I know what I'm doing would be a lie and would be really hard. So we're starting on the week of January 20th spread. I forgot that my Iron Flame read through tracker and the midway January highlights was in last time's video. So if you want to see anything else planned out, or putting the stickers down of the other parts of the spread, you can look in part 1's video, which will be linked down below. I do apologize, this is in 2 parts. My first part was kind of me catching up, and this part was me actually maintaining the hobby, and I've just been kind of doing whatever, and so the footage kind of is a long footage, and it's just a lot to edit, and so it's just more manageable right now for me to do 2 parts, but hopefully in the future I'll kind of know what I'm doing and can just do 1 part. But also my January did take up quite a bit of pages, so I'm doing the weekly spread for the 20th, which was my grandfather's 93rd birthday, which was exciting. It was also MLK Jr. Day and unfortunately the inauguration day, which I do live very close to DC, and it has had a direct impact on a lot of my life and my friends and family's lives and jobs and everything. So it's been sucky, honestly. It's been sucky for a while, but especially since the inauguration have things just gotten unbearable, it feels like. I wanted to pull in some of the Pixie Rainbow stuff I had. I'm kind of like building up my foil Bujo collection as well as everything in my Bujo collection. It's still kind of like building up, whereas planner sticker wise, I have like everything I could ever need. Bujo wise, I don't. So I basically had like Pixie Rainbow and Pixie Hollow at this point, and I wanted to use some Pixie Rainbow. So I brought in these pretty matte floral stickers from SPC, as well as the boxes and the January 2025 script, and then the days of the week. And then my date numbers are from a sheet that had like literally 12 sets of date numbers for like $2 or $3 at Hobby Lobby. Highly recommend. It's stickabilities. And then I just put on the dots from Plannahannah as well as for each day. And right now I'm just filling out kind of like what I do, and just like journaling that way. It's a little bit more detailed than like my weekly planner, but eventually I would like to journal and like write more, but I just don't think I could commit to it each day. So I don't know. But yeah, I do have a code at Hannah's shop. You can use Laura15 to save 15% off, or you can mention Laura in the notes and you'll get my current freebie. I think I said that earlier in the video, so sorry if that's redundant. But then I decided to do another highlights page, and these highlights were kind of over like the 2 weeks before this as well as this week. So I marked the divisional playoff game, which the Commanders beat the Detroit Lions 45-31, which was very exciting. I did make a board that I was like influenced on TikTok of like my egg retrieval numbers, and I filmed a little TikTok with it. But I just took a picture of the board just to remember the numbers, and I just wrote that I was grieving next to it because that's really all I had been doing up to this point in this month, 20 days in, and I was still grieving and sad. Um, and then I just put in the 2 birthdays of the month, which was my grandfather's 93rd birthday and then Mochi, my parents' puppy's 5th birthday. So, yeah, I was really excited to mark both of those. And then the letter stickers I'm using here are from SPC. The border stickers I use on the pictures as well as the frames are from SPC. And then the hearts and like cloud stickers that I'm putting the letter stickers on top of are also from SPC. And then I put some SPC deco bits as well as some Plantahana pastel rainbow star deco bits. And yeah, I've been kind of like ideally, and I think this kind of goes together, not really, actually, because I don't think there was a football game this week. But ideally, I would do like my highlights next to the week. This doesn't really line up like my grandfather's birthday lines up, but nothing else really. Which I guess it's only like 2 other things, but I think that would be like a cool look. And that's kind of what I'm attempting to do here throughout. But yeah, I kind of had to play catch up from the first half of the month because I wasn't bullet journaling for the first half because I was waiting for so many stickers and I was overwhelmed with ideas. So now I kind of know what I want to do, but it doesn't help that I'm traveling in February and I really don't think I can bujo a lot while I'm in Thailand just because I'm always so busy. So we'll see how my February spreads turn out, but hopefully by March I would have mastered somewhat of this bujo thing and these videos get better and I kind of know what I'm doing more and they make more sense. But yeah, I basically just did a weekly spread and then some pictures. The next week I realized actually does line up. And the next week, the next spread I do, the Lunar New Year spread, is definitely my favorite spread of my bujo so far, obviously. But no, it really is. And I think it just helps that I like matched everything up. So yeah, here I am starting the Lunar New Year spread, which I did print out this background that I got from like Google or something. I just printed it on my printer and used that as a background. And I think this is like a fun idea is to do a weekly spread on one side and the pictures for the week on the other side. So hopefully in March I can start that just because like I said, I'm going to have to backtrack a lot of bujoing in February because I'm going to Thailand. I won't have a printer and so I won't be able to keep up with it week by week because I'm going for more than a week. So it's going to have to be a March sort of thing, but it took me a little bit to figure out what I want to do, but I think that's kind of what I want to do and that's what I was like attempting to go for here. I just didn't really know what I was doing really, but yeah, so I did the weekly spread here on the left, and this was the week of Lunar New Year, like I said, which was the 27th of January through February the 2nd. And I did do some gold with this. And then again, these are the date numbers from Stickabilities that I got from Hobby Lobby. They're such a good bang for your buck. Highly recommend. I'm definitely going to buy more. And then the square boxes I use are from SPC. The date covers are from SPC and the January script is from SPC. And then I did do some red and yellow stickers from the Amazon stickers I had previously bought because I thought that'd go perfect for Lunar New Year. So I put some red and yellow flowers and butterflies and all that fun stuff on the spread. And then I used some like gold accent um deco pieces from Simply Watercolor Co. and put those throughout. And I just think it looks all very cohesive and nice. Ideally, I just keep building up my collection so I can do more cohesive spreads. I think it's kind of hard to do cohesive spreads when you're just beginning as you're building up your collection because there's only so much cohesiveness you can do with, not that many supplies. But I really like the colors of this. I think it turned out really, really cute. and I end up really loving what I did on the other side with the pictures as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think or if you have an opinion. I know most people out there, at least in the planning community, which I am more so part of than the Bujo community, but the planning community is mostly reading journal girlies and guys and they thems and all the in-betweens. But I'm kind of a generic Bujo girly because I don't really read. So if you have any generic Bujo ideas, let a girl know. I've been trying to be kind of creative on my own, but also have been relying on Pinterest and TikTok. But yeah, I am doing my Lunar New Year spread here, which, like I said, this and the weekly spread combined is one of my favorites of my Bujo so far, but it's been a month. So, not say too much, but we're getting there. So these were some pictures of Jake and I and Ollie in our quarantine Lunar New Year celebration. Ollie does unfortunately have pneumonia or some sort of respiratory illness, and he is most likely contagious. And so we've been having to keep him away from everyone because most of our friends and families have dogs, and it's very contagious within dogs. So my parents did have a Lunar New Year celebration this night, but it was like at 7 p.m. in Maryland, and we're in Virginia. And if you don't know, the traffic between the DMV is absolute trash. It would have taken us over an hour to get what usually takes us 25-30 minutes. So it just wasn't in the cards for us to go. This red envelope that I did use and glued down here was from my grandfather, which was very nice. My mom gave it to me later on in the week. I saw her on Friday. Lunar New Year was on Wednesday. I saw her on Friday for my Thai citizenship appointment. She came and gave me my envelope from my grandfather, and I made my grandfather and my mom some gift boxes with some different things for Lunar New Year and got like a card for them and stuff. So yeah, I was gonna get red envelopes and put bracelets in, but my mom's like, no, it's like something the elders do, so it wouldn't make sense for you to do it. And I was like, okay. But I just framed basically some of the photos from our quarantine at Lunar New Year. I used some of the ransom letters from SPC. And like I said, I overlaid the red envelope, which I thought turned out really cute. And then I'm just putting on some of the Simply Watercolor Co. deco. And then these are my last two spreads, I think, of January. Yes. Finally, the last two spreads of January. So I did do a January in review, and I don't really love how this one turned out. So it's definitely going to be a work in progress, but ultimately at the end of each month, I would like to just mark my favorites and like my highlights and stuff that I didn't already get to mark. So for music, because I have these music boxes that I really want to use, and I'm not really that into music. May I preface this? I don't like care for music that much. I just listen to like honestly what's popular, and then like whatever Jake shows me and what's on TikTok is like what I find most catchy. But I've been really into Wicked, and specifically the Dancing Through Life scene with Jonathan Bailey and that whole scene. So I just put that as my music. And then I put that I was playing Dreamlight Valley this month. I was playing it towards the beginning of the month, and then things got kind of chaotic because Ollie got sick and the world started falling apart externally and not just internally. So I was playing Dreamlight Valley, but I do really, really like it. I want to get back into it soon. I've been really into eating cherry dilly bars from Dairy Queen. They're so freaking good. And for some reason, whenever we go and pick them up, there's only like one box of them left, but I'll take it. I love them and they're really good. I've been drinking the ginger ale Canada dry fruit splash, which is cherry ginger ale. I have one right next to me right now. It's only at like Safeway and like Walmart or something, but it's really, really good. And I've been really into it. And then I've been into smelling the jelly bean wax melt from Hobby Lobby. but I've recently stopped melting wax again because someone messaged me on Instagram that it's bad for dogs' respiratory system. No one else has told me this, but I'm not willing to risk it. And like I said earlier, Ollie has a respiratory problem right now. So I stopped melting it, but I did recently just buy 4 more from Hobby Lobby, and I fully planning on melting all of those because they are just so good. I cannot describe what it smells like. It doesn't smell like jelly bean, at least not like the sweetness of it. It's like lighter and it's just so good. It's like fruity and florally, and it's just really good. I highly recommend checking that wax melt out, but nothing else from Hobby Lobby because F Hobby Lobby. And then Jake and I have been playing It Takes Two together, which has been really fun. So I want to mark that. It was another game. Usually I definitely won't have 2 games to mark because I'm not like that much into a gamer and that I try a bunch of different games. I usually just play the same thing each week. But this week I was trying new things, and then I was just watching lots of Food Network, specifically Guys Grocery Games. I like the All-Star episodes because I like to watch competent people, and I feel like the other episodes, the people aren't very competent. Um, I also love Wild Card Kitchen, which is another All-Stars kind of show. And then I love Tournament of Champs, which I watched a lot. I watched like all the seasons last year, and then there's a new season I think coming out soon in the spring. Um, what else do I like? That's like most of my favorite shows. I've been watching a lot of Guys Grocery Games, though, I would say. And other than that, I just literally watch 90 Day Fiance 24/7, and there's always 2 seasons going on. So that keeps me plenty busy to have 2 seasons going on of like an hour or an hour and a half of television each week. But yeah, I know Traitors started in January, and I'm starting to get into that now in February when I'm filming this voiceover. Um, and then there's a new season of Love is Blind, but those are all shows I've watched before. There's nothing that's like brand new and exciting. I did use some of the snowflake deco that my brother gifted me from Japan. He got me some stickers, and this was one of the sheets. So I used some of that, and then I used some of the other deco from SPC. And then this is my final page of my January Bujo, and then I will have a like flip through with me kind of thing where talk through Laura will be back. But I did do a highlights, and my 2 highlights were Iron Flame and the Commanders, basically, because those were the only 2 things I had room for and that I had saved in my collection. So um Iron Flame I did read, and I know it came out over a year ago at this point. But I took a whole year to read it because it was just so terrible for me to get into it. We do have Onyx Storm now, and I assume Jake will read it before me, but I do hope to read that when I'm in Thailand in February and not put it off for another year, hoping it's better. But other than that, I do want to read other books. It's been really hard for me. It's been so hard for me to get into it, but I do really want to read other books. So if you have like easy book recommendations that you think I like, as considering the only book I have read and enjoyed in the past decade is Fourth Wing and like Iron Flame, then let a girl know. But I love this fan art of Violet and Xaden in their dragon onesies, and then them like making out or whatever. And then I did do a Commanders page because at the end of the month I didn't get to mark the Eagles Commanders game, which they ended up losing anyway. But because I had marked all the other games, all the other playoff games, I should say, which was basically all of January, I wanted to make sure to mark the Eagles game too, even though we lost. But I just put in some pictures from that game as well and put Commanders and all that with the ransom letters. I definitely need to buy more ransom letters because I just need them all. They're just really helpful. They're the perfect size and they're just really, really cute. I was trying to fit in the Iron Flame book on my read through page, but it just didn't fit and I didn't want to push it. So I have an extra iron flame I can stick somewhere, but I did also stick it on this page, and I got the book version 2 from SPC and the book printed from Plannahannah because I'm a lazy girl. But yeah, I just wrote out everything basically with ransom letters, and I definitely bought more ransom letters since then and will be buying more. And then I just added some cute little dragon deco that I also got from SPC recently, and I'm just putting on the rest of the snowflake deco. So I'm going to hand this off to talk through Laura to flip through everything. And yeah. Okay, guys, so I did finish my Bujo in January, as you guys can see, and we did go through these first few pages, and then I did do an Iron Flame read through. I was hoping a book would fit on here, the book that I end up using here, but it was too big. But basically, I just colored in for every 10 pages read, and it actually did get me to read it, which is kind of crazy. I don't think it would always work. But I was just really anxious to read Iron Flame finally. I'd been sitting on it for so long, but I thought doing a spread would kind of motivate me, color something in. And it did. It worked. I'm not gonna lie. So I read through Iron Flame in like a week and it was great. And then we had my first midway January highlights. So we did go to Melting Pot in the beginning of the month. We had lots and lots of snow. We went to the Maryland USC women's basketball game and got to see Juju Watkins, who is like the #1 college women's basketball player right now, which was really cool. So went to that with Jake and our friend, and then also the Commanders were doing their thing in the NFL playoffs, which was really exciting. They won the wild card against the Buccaneers. And then this is my next January spread. So I did kind of like Pixie Rainbow and just like a flower sheet from SPC. And yeah, then I did do these highlights, which these highlights were kind of for the week before, like this week, but I just put them on this side. So, well, this game might have been, I don't know. I think that game was the week before, but it doesn't matter. This was the divisional where we beat Detroit, which was really fun. This was a little board I made of my egg retrieval that I got influenced on TikTok, and I was grieving the loss of one of our embryos. So that was basically my whole month. I did use some pastel rainbow here, which is really cute. These letter stickers always come off, and it's like the most annoying thing ever. And then my grandpa turned 93. I don't know where the 3 went, but it is not here. And Mochi turned 5. It was her 5th birthday. So yeah, just wanted to mark those. And then this was the last week, the last weekly spread. So it was Lunar New Year. So I did kind of red and yellow flowers I thought were cute, and butterflies and stuff. So I did gold accents, and then I took I printed this out and then took a red envelope I was gifted to by my grandfather and pasted that on, as well as some Lunar New Year pictures and these ransom letters from SPC. And then the other foil stickers here are from Simply Watercolor Co., who I used to buy from a lot, as well as these deco stickers here. We did have a quarantine Lunar New Year because Ollie is currently very, very sick and contagious. So we just stayed at our own house, which was really sad. I wanted to see my family, but it was what was best for us. I didn't want to leave Ollie home alone, breathing poorly and coughing. So we stayed back. But I did get my red envelope later in the week when I met up with my parents, and we got takeout, and it was still really, really fun. So I love this spread. This is my little Lunar New Year spread. And then this is the final spread of January. So I did a little in review page. I didn't really know how I wanted this to look. I don't really love it, but I have my favorite song here, which was Dancing Through Life from the Wicked movie. So I just took a scene from the movie because I specifically love the scene in the movie. And then I've been playing Dreamlight Valley. I've been eating cherry dilly bars from Dairy Queen. They're so good. I've been drinking Canada Dry Fruit Splash. So good. I've been smelling the Jelly Bean wax melt from Home Goods. Literally so good. I can't stop buying them, and I won't stop buying them. They're so good, but I can't melt them right now because someone DM'd me on Instagram that apparently wax melts can be bad for dogs' respiratory system, which I had no idea. So we've also been gaming It Takes Two with Jake, and then I've been watching lots of Food Network. So this just says Jan Faves in the ransom letters. And then the snowflake stickers were a gift from my brother and sister-in-law from Japan. And then I used some other stickers from SPC. And then I did another highlights page, which was basically reading Iron Flame this whole month. Well, it only took me a week, but it was a major highlight of the month, and I just love these fan art pictures. I don't know what I'm saying. Fan art pictures of Zayden and Violet. And then we have a Commanders page because I'm so glad how far they got this season. Like, it's so amazing. I am not upset at all that they ended up not making it to the Super Bowl, but I was just really freaking proud of them. And I love these ransom letters, if you cannot tell. So that is it for my January review. In the upcoming videos, I will have my February spreads, which there is a sneak peek. But this is going to conclude my January 2nd Bujo with me, where I finish off my January spreads. And I hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. I do it over a course of like a month or a lot of time. I'm filling out each day, like basically off camera, and just kind of filling out things as time goes. So it's kind of hard to capture it all. But I hope you guys enjoy these so far. And also, I can't really talk through them because I like literally do the most random stuff. Like, does this stuff even look good? I don't know. I think it does, but it could just be my aesthetic, you know? So yeah, but I'm just playing around with it still, getting used to it. If you have any suggestions on some spreads I should do, let me know. I'm not much of a reader or anything, so I've been trying to think outside the box from what's already out there and get some like generic Bujo ideas for my life down. But I've been liking this as like a way to journal and document with pictures and stuff, my life and just like what's happening every week. And yeah, it's been really fun so far. So I'm excited that I completed 1 month so far, and here's to hoping I stick with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see my other playlists of my Bujo videos, you can look in the description down below, or they will be linked. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.